Connor, or Coach Connor, up here in North Georgia. Happy that you are with us again this week, and for a great episode. I have been looking forward to this. We've had this on the calendar a couple of times and had to move for different reasons. And so I have a good friend from Rotary, Sue McCormack, who is here with us today to visit with us. Before we do that, I do want to shout out my business that is Action Coach, where I work with business owners to help them to grow their business, to get out of the ruts that they're in, to push through and get success and revenue and freedom and all that they want. And so if you're out there and you're thinking, you know what, I'd like my business to be more, drop me a line, get in touch with me, and let's just have a conversation and see what we can do. So that aside, Sue, thanks so much for coming and being in my virtual treehouse with the other in the background. And it's so good to have you here.
Thanks,
so,
Mike. Thanks for having me.
Sue has a business here in Alpharetta that is near and dear to our hearts because you take care of or your folks take care of parents of a lot of people. And those of us, you who know us, know that we took care of Artemis as my wife's mom for many years, and so it's very near and dear to us. So tell us the company of your name, because I always botch it, so I'd rather you say it than me.
Okay. So I'm Sue McCormack, and I own a company called Synergy Home Care.
All right.
And Synergy is a franchise. I bought one territory back in 2008. And have slowly grown it to 4 territories.
Oh, wow.
So now we service really from Buckhead all the way up to Gainesville and kind of in between 75 and 85. I call it the Golden Triangle.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we have got a pretty large area that we service.
Yeah.
We have about 120 plus caregivers on our roster. They're all W-2 employees, which is, you know, I think pretty important.
Yeah.
And they do a wonderful job of taking care of a lot of people in the area that we service.
Yeah. That is awesome. And we're going to dig into that because like I said, I mean, that just hits my heart. But I always ask everyone, so when you were 9, 10 years old, right? We all have this dream of what we want to be when we grow up. And you know, for the treehouse, you know, playing in a treehouse or whatever, you know. So when you were young, what was your dream of what you wanted to be when you grew up?
Well, it wasn't home care. You know, when I was little, I was a tomboy, and so I was an athlete, and I played basketball, and I played tennis, and I was a swimmer, and I always thought that I was going to go off to college and be, you know, an athlete and then go on from there in some capacity. So that was kind of my very big dream when I was young. I graduated from Tulane University, and I graduated with business, but my dream even at that point was to own like a gym of some sort.
Okay.
So still kind of in the athletic world. And then shortly after college, I kind of landed into a couple of different jobs, ended up working for a law firm, and then it's just been a long, windy road from there into home care. You know, that I fell into that as well. It's funny how doors open and you know, God says, okay, let's go through this door, and then so. Yep. But absolutely. I landed here, and what a fulfilling work that I get to do, meeting families in their home, and being able to kind of provide a solution that helps them keep their loved ones at home.
You alluded there a little bit about the path that we go, right? And we don't always know what the path is. But I think the amazing thing is hindsight always helps us to figure out, oh, that's why I was there at that particular time. Maybe it wasn't where we wanted to be, but it prepared us for the next thing, or we had to go through something in order to get us to where we are today. Yep. Right. Yep. Nothing is by accident. Right. It all happens for some reason.
Right. Well, prior to this career, I was a real estate agent with my husband. We were a husband and wife team, and then 2008 hit, right? And so
Nothing happened then.
What happened?
Yeah.
I knew at that point that I needed to do something else. And so this kind of landed in my lap. I started this business with a dear friend of mine who is no longer working with the company, but we kind of joined forces, and it was a rough go the first couple of years, but we made it work, and here we are, 16 years later or 17 years later, and still going.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I mean, you didn't just fall into this, though.
Well, my business partner had worked for a couple of assisted living facilities, senior centers.
Yeah.
And so she kind of had a passion for the senior industry. I have, being in the real estate world, I had kind of a lot of knowledge about sales and marketing. And we kind of joined forces in that capacity. I saw the need. Mm-hmm. At that point in my life, my mom was getting older. Yeah. And I could see how important this type of care was. Yeah. Did a lot of research on what this business looked like and how it, would grow with, the population. And so I just couldn't see how it could fail, right? And so we just went for it, and it's turned out really good. Yeah. So, but yeah, I didn't really just fall into it, and then I went on to caring for my mom for a certain amount of time, and so what a gift that was for me to be able to keep her at home until she passed. Yeah. And I think that's kind of our mission is to keep people where they want to be in their home, where they're comfortable for as long as we possibly can. Sometimes it's not forever, but I mean, but we do what we can. So.
Yeah. And I mean, for us personally, that 10 years that Artemis's mom lived with us was...
Wow, it's 10 years, huh?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. And not easy, but a time that we would not have exchanged mm-hmm. for anything, mm-hmm. right? Yeah. Because having that daily connection with her, even as hard as it was and seeing her decline, and she got to be with her grandkids, right? And they got to be with her. And even though they were younger, there's that memory that they have mm-hmm. and the importance of that family bond. Mm-hmm. And so I think to me, that's the beauty of what you're able to do is to keep that family connection. Yeah. And that's just...
to continue the memories. I have a memory of my mom. We used to watch a lot of movies, and she, for some reason, always called Netflix Netflick. Uh-huh. And she'd say, let's watch some Netflix. Uh-huh. And so to this day, my kids and my family call it Netflix. I mean, and every time we say it, I think of my mom. Yeah. And so it's just one of those things that brings her to the top of my mind every time I turn on Netflix, which is obviously a lot. We all do, right? Yeah. So, it's about connection and about creating memories and being able to kind of continue on.
To me, it's the natural way that things should be. Mm-hmm. I think what a lot of people do with facilities and institutions and all, that's not the natural way. It may become the norm for some folks, mm-hmm. but it's not the natural way. Yeah. The natural way is we're to be in community. Mm-hmm. We're to be connected mm-hmm. with those that we love. And so I appreciate what you do so much. Thanks. Yeah, that's awesome.
In today's world, I mean, so many of the kids work both, both sides work and can't always be there every single moment to take care of mom, dad. So that's what we do is we fill in the gaps. Yeah. I mean, we are not there to replace. We are there to fill in the gaps for what you cannot do or unable to do, whether it be at night or 4 hours in the day or whatever. Yeah. We just make sure that we find the right person for your family to help with just daily living tasks. And more often than not, these caregivers become a part of the family. And talk about connection. I've got some caregivers that have been with families for years and years and years. And so the hard part is when, they do pass and they have to move, it's hard on these caregivers.
I can imagine.
We just love what we do. I've got so many fantastic, big-hearted, care partners that just do a beautiful job of just being there, but also staying kind of in the background.
Distant.
So, So.
It takes a very special person to be able to do that. And we had a woman by the name of Josephina that was the person who helped us a lot, and she, it's been 6 years since she passed. Artemis's mom passed. We still stayed in contact with her.
Oh, do you? Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, she's just part of the family, right? And so it's just there's a connection there because they're there. They're in the good times. They're in the bad times. And they become family, and so it's really important. It's how do you, as a business owner? I mean, I think these 100 caretakers, it is emotionally draining for them at times. What is it that you do as a business owner to recharge them when they need that recharging?
We treat all of our, and we call them care partners or care professionals, as one big family. We try to make sure they know how important the work that they do is. We celebrate their birthdays. We celebrate their anniversaries. We try to just make sure that they're getting the rest that they need. We give them PTO. They have all the benefits, that most people do. And so it's not easy, especially when you've got that many people. So we just, we hold on to the people that we know are in this business for the right reason. I've got one girl who actually was my mom's primary care partner. Her name is Shantae, and she has been with me, I think, for 8 years now. And she is so special and dear to me because of the way that she treated my mom. So I would just bend over, do anything backwards for her. So, and I probably shouldn't just point her out because we've got so many fantastic care partners that work with us. And, I'm so blessed to have each and every one of them because you're only as good as your caregivers. Right. I could go in and do a great job of selling it, but the only way that I'm going to be able to continue to care for this family is to have great caregivers go in. So, we do a great job of training our people and making sure they have the support that they need, the equipment that they need, the supplies that they need in order to do their job and do it well.
I was just talking with one business I was working with, and he was saying he's in Rotary as well, Mike Lynch, and he was saying, Mike, have I told you I'm going to write a book? I was like, really? That's great. And he says, about how we bring on good people, and how we take care of good people. It's like I've had so many people who have said to me, it's like, how is it that you're able to retain the good people that you have? And so he's saying, there's some things I've learned, even though he's fairly young, there's some things he's learned. But I think there are things you've learned.
Oh, yeah.
About doing this.
Yeah. in the beginning, it was all about clients and it was all about the clients. But to be honest, the way you grow your business is to take care of your people.
Yeah.
And so now, our care partners, they come first, and we have to figure out a way to make sure that they're happy, because the minute that they get upset with you or they're not happy with something that you're doing, that's just going to transfer to the clients that they're caring for. And so we want to make sure that everybody's in the right frame of mind to do the job that they're doing. In my coaching, I do this wheel, right, with business owners and their teams, and the whole idea that the business owner's job is to take care of his team or her team, right? That's the business owner takes care of the team, gives them what they need, the education, the training, the culture, the benefits, all of that. It's a team's job to take care of the customer, right? Yeah.
And as the customer is there, the customer takes care of the business, pays your invoice or bill or whatever, and the business takes care of the owner.
So you're right. It's a big circle.
It's a big circle. The interesting thing is when we try to shortcut some of that circle, how off kilter it can go. And maybe the thing I always point out is when the owner starts to take care of the customer rather than taking care of the team, things just go haywire.
Yeah, and I've been there before, where we had a lot of, I guess at one point, turnover of our staff within our office, and so all of a sudden I was doing a little bit of everything, and you get stretched so thin, your tempers start flaring, and things get a little crazy, but I've got such an amazing team in place now.
That's awesome.
So right now I cross my fingers, because nothing lasts forever, right? So but I just I make sure that my people are appreciated. They're getting their reviews, and they're understanding what's important, and getting their bonuses and all the stuff that they know, so that they know how much I appreciate them. But again, you're right. It's if you take care of your people are going to take care of your customers, and then it's just going to keep coming back around. So it's a great analogy how you talk about the wheel. So I'll have to kind of put that into thought.
And it's so simple to a large degree. Hard to implement sometimes, but and even the other side is if the care partners, if they start to think that their job's to take care of you, then that doesn't work either, right? They really have to, in any business, right? If they start to think, well, I'm here just to take care of the owner, it's not going to work. It's got to be this circle of taking care of everybody. And it sounds like you've I think we're doing a pretty good job of making sure our care partners are feeling like what they do is valued. We want them to further their education if they can. We've got a lot of people going to nursing school, and maybe working nights with us, but going to nursing school during the day. And we're constantly trying to get people to look forward. And what can we do to help you get where you want to be? So it's about value and showing them how much value they have. That's so cool.
Thanks.
So I you started the business 2008, right? How was it that you decided this? Because you could have done anything.
I know. I was in.
Was it because of your mom?
No, it wasn't because of my mom. My mom at that point was doing pretty well. she was living, I think, at that point in a like a independent living kind of thing, and she lived in Ohio. I lived down here, and but I had a dear friend who was looking to start a business, and she was looking at a lot of different things, and she would always run things by me, and so she kind of stumbled on home care, and she was looking for something for her and her husband to do together, and her husband said no, I don't think so. And so she just couldn't get off of it. And so we started just talking about it and talking through it and what would it look like. And we interviewed with a couple of different franchisees, or franchisors, I should say, and looked at maybe even starting our own mom and pop operation. And just decided, let's try it. Let's just go for it. And so it was just a timing thing, because I knew I wanted to get out of real estate. And so what was I going to do? And this kind of, again, we just joined forces and started it. And up until about, less than a year ago, we were still doing it together. And then she decided she wanted to do something else. So, so now I'm a solo owner and doing it, on my own, and loving the autonomy, I guess. So
it's exciting but scary at the same time.
Yeah. I'm kind of making a lot of changes and trying to make a lot of improvements, and making sure, like you said, that we're taking care of our team. And trying to kind of make it to the finish line, because I'm not young, and I'm not going to be doing this forever, but I enjoy what I do, for sure. I'm at the right place at the right time. And it's a beautiful thing, like I said, to be able to help people like we do.
Well, and the future for your industry is very bright, because there's this huge group of folks who are going to be coming into this market in the next 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I looked at when I first got in this business is how could you go wrong with all the baby boomers getting, moving into that age and beyond. And so it seemed like a no-fail thing. But there's a lot of factors that go into it.
There's and so you've been tremendously successful, right? Clearly, because you started in 2008 with how many people when you started?
Oh,
you
gosh.
and your partner and six
and
other people
and
or
my
so?
business partner was an aide too, so she would go out and help people when she needed to. Yeah, and then we just grew it from, just the two of us, and she did all the hiring of the caregivers, and I did all the, the sales
office
and marketing, and the financial side of it. And then it was probably a good 2 years before we hired somebody to help us in the office.
Yeah.
So, and then we just kind of grew it from there. During COVID, our business was just off the charts because everybody wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go anywhere. And they weren't going into assisted living. And a lot of people were coming out of assisted living because they didn't want to be trapped there. Yeah. And so
and you were considered essential employees, right?
So we had more business than we knew what to do with. Yeah. And so that was a period of time where we kind of almost lost focus of the team, you know, because we were hiring so quickly. Yeah. And so now it's a matter of, now that, we're kind of off of that, of refocusing and just getting a hold of it again. Because obviously our business has fallen off from then. And it had to, because there was no way we could sustain that pace. But now it's a matter of making sure that we've got the quality people, and that we are providing the service that we, and the superior service that we want to provide. So.
So there's something I often hear from business owners who are in smaller businesses and sometimes franchises that somehow I think you overcame this fear, and that is the fear of hiring, the fear of of putting that trust in somebody else to actually do the work, to actually get out there. I mean, and there was probably at some point in your business that you and your partner could have said, you know what, we've got 10 care partners, we're doing okay, we're paying our bills, let's just stay here, and we let's just be comfortable. But at some point you chose, or maybe it was in the cards to begin with, that it's like, you know what, we're not gonna stay that way.
Yeah, as I mentioned, when I was young, I was very athletic, so competition was a thing for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm still highly competitive.
Yeah.
And being in a franchise, you kind of, they're all about, they compare franchisees to franchisees. And so it was a competitive thing for me. I wanted to be in the top 5. I was all about, getting there. Now that's not so important to me.
Yeah.
For me now, it's about providing an excellent service and being able to make money at the same time, right?
Yeah.
This is not a nonprofit. We're in this for profit.
Yeah.
And so, I just want to continue to kind of grow slowly and not, like I said, during COVID, we just grew so fast that we kind of almost, it was like a snowball that we were having a hard time controlling.
Yeah.
But now I've got a lot better control over it. And I know what you mean, trusting the hire.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a control thing going on, and I feel like sometimes I probably am putting my hand in things that I probably shouldn't be putting my hand in, and letting the people that I've hired and trust them to just handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would agree with me. So, I try hard to just, let them make mistakes.
Sure.
Because that's how they're going to learn.
Yeah.
And so, my goal is to be able to let this company run without me being there every moment.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm getting closer to that point.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, my team is just phenomenal, and they work so well together. And the wheels are turning. So it's time for me to not be the face of the company, and let them run with it. Yeah. Of course, I'll always be there watching over, but I know how hard it is to be able to hire somebody and be able to kind of just hand over the reins. Yeah. So I'm not there yet, but I'm working towards it.
Well, and you're singing my tune, because in our franchise, Action Coach, we define a business as a commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. And you don't have a business until it's working without you,
right? Because
you still have a job,
right? Yeah.
And so when you get to that point where you can step away for 3 months and go and enjoy life, or 6 months or whatever, and you just pop back in to get the check-ins, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's when you have a true business, and that's when you're truly in that entrepreneurial stage.
Yeah. I'm not even close to that right now. I wish I was. But I would love to, in the next, 3 to 5 years, be there.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's a matter of letting your team take it.
Yeah.
And run with it.
Yeah.
And trusting it. So you're bringing up great points, and of something that I probably need to put more thought into.
Oh, and 3 to 5 years is very doable. Very doable.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, like I said, I'm 61. I would like to be kind of in 3 to 5 years, be, maybe popping in once a week,
Yeah.
So,
and most of the time on the tennis court.
really on the phone.
Yeah.
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 So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, we'll have to talk about that and how we get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it truly is very attainable. And I think most people who are in small businesses, it's a dream, but it's like so far off that they have no idea how to actually get there. And the reality is there's some just like with anything in life, in business and otherwise, there are steps and methods and strategies that we implement that you can go and do it. Right? I was at a meeting last night, a networking event, and they were talking about finances and money, right? And most people don't know how money works, right? And they get their paycheck, they put it in the bank, and then it goes out. But when you start to learn how money actually works and how you can, invest it, and then you get to where your money is making money for you and all of that, then you start to build wealth, right? And it's not rocket science to do it. It's just discipline to do it. And it's the same when we talk about the commercial profitable enterprise that works without you. It's not rocket science. It's discipline to get there.
Yep.
And putting the strategies and the goals and all in place. I mean, the first step is even just saying, you know what, 5 years, I want to be out of here. Having that goal and working toward it.
Yep.
And what do we need to do about getting there? So
about getting there, I hear you, and it's a lot harder to do than to say, right? But I will definitely be there. And my husband is still in the real estate world.
Is he? He survived it.
He survived it. And he's been selling homes for 35 years, and he's in the same age. My husband and I went to high school together, as a matter of fact.
Did you really?
He kind of is in the same boat. He wants to be kind of out of it in the next 5 years, so that both of us can travel and do the things that we want to do, and before we get to the age where we can't do any of it, right? Because in my business, I see how fast that can happen. And so, if you've got stuff that you want to do, we have a bucket list book. We try to, on our anniversary every week or every year, we always kind of try to update it.
What's one bucket list item that you've done?
Let's see.
Or what's one that's on there that you want to do? What's one that pops to mind?
I want to jump out of an airplane.
With the parachute, I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
With the parachute, yes. That's something that I've not done.
I want to learn how to fly.
Oh.
So does that guy over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
that's a great goal.
Yeah.
One of the bucket list items that we did do was we traveled around the United States in a motorhome.
Yeah.
And we did that for our 30-year anniversary, and we spent 8 weeks.
Awesome.
Just traveling the United States, and I kind of worked from the road a little bit, but that was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff left to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to get this business to a point where it can run without me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that day.
And good for you for making the list, because it's like, if you don't have that list, you're not going to do any of it.
Right.
But once you put it on the list, it's like,
you write it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, when I started this business, my early coach who helped me in the first year or so in getting my business going, he told me, it's like, take a notebook and start your bucket list. And then once you've accomplished it, come back and put something in there that is a memorabilia of what it is. So if it's like, you want to go to the opera at the Sydney Opera House in Australia, right? Put the ticket stub in there, or you want to fly to wherever, put your. I mean, I don't know if they do plane. They used to do.
They
paper
used to have
plane.
plane. Yeah, they used to have plane.
Yeah,
They don't have that anymore.
Take a screenshot of your phone now and put something but that way you have that memory book there as well.
Yeah, my husband saves every concert ticket, every Ticketmaster concert ticket that he's ever been to, and now they don't have those anymore. I mean, everything's just on your phone.
Yeah.
You show the whatever code. But he's got he actually every 10 years or so frames them all. And so he's got several different frames of all of his concert tickets.
That's something that you guys enjoy doing, concerts.
Yeah, we do. We both like to see concerts, so we're always doing that. Matter of fact, tonight I think we're going to go do what we're calling a concert crawl. There's a little concert at Avalon in Alpharetta that starts at 6, like right on the Alpharetta Green, and then we're just going to keep walking and go to the little concert on the Green in downtown Alpharetta. So we're calling it our concert crawl.
Good for you. It's good for you. It's and by the way, our Rotary sponsors the one in Alpharetta. It's a great family event. Just a ton of people out there.
Yeah.
Crowded.
Yeah.
But massive fun. Great. Great place. You can bring kids and all that kind of stuff. A lot of times, you wonder if you can bring little kids. It's like these are definitely
absolutely.
They're out there with bubbles and frisbees and all that sort of thing.
Dancing and yeah.
Good,
it's
clean
such
fun.
That's such a great series, that music series for the city. So very proud to be a part of it. Yeah.
Alpharetta is just
grown.
Oh my
crazy
gosh!
And
When did you move here?
So we moved here. When we originally came to Georgia, we lived in Duluth, but only for about 2 years, and then we moved to Alpharetta in when was that? 1992.
Oh wow!
So so we've been.
So
here.
It was still just a dip in the road.
Yeah, it was. The North Point Mall was just, I think, opening up.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no downtown Alpharetta.
Yeah.
They did have the Main Street, and there was a couple of things there. I don't even remember what they were, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the growth of this city and the vision that they had to build it was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it really is. If you have not been to Alpharetta, and it is truly one of the great small cities in the United States.
Yeah.
It's great architecture. I mean, that's one of the things I love about it is they kind of stuck to the new buildings, but having the antebellum feel. So it feels like you're in this historic town, but it's all new.
Right. They did a beautiful job of preserving the old town feel. Yeah. Even though they were building new buildings.
Yeah. And the food is absolutely amazing. Great restaurants. It's getting to be known as Music City because almost every night
there's some
sort of music going on. In fact, we learned at Alpharetta or at Rotary, Alpharetta actually has a fund for the restaurants that they will match money to have live music.
Yes.
Because they intentionally want to do that.
I remember hearing that too. What a great concept for these restaurants and for the musicians to be able to work and get it partially funded by the city. So that has been great, and the festivals they have, and the Songwriters Festival, and all
the food or the Taste of Alpharetta,
right.
the Brew Moon, all of it.
I'm fortunate that I can walk to downtown Alpharetta. So gosh.
So after Brew Moon, you can crawl home.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's nice. We always wanted to live somewhere where it would be walkable.
Yeah.
So we're lucky to be right there.
Well, Sue, thanks so much for coming on.
Yes.
As we wrap up, there are a lot of folks who are out there who are growing their businesses, and congratulations to you for growing your business in an incredible way. What is something that you would say to somebody who's just starting out, who's saying, you know what, I'm done with corporate life, I'm done with doing all that, I want to go be on my own. What's some advice that you give them?
I think I would say that networking and getting out there every single day, meeting people and talking about what you do is critical. And so, it's one of the reasons I wanted to be here with you is because I think that, I still want to get the word out about what it is that we do. So, you can't just go and sit behind a desk and hope that it happens and maybe throw a few ads out. You've got to be out there shaking hands and getting in front of people face to face and talking about what you do in order to make it work.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people think they can just put up a Google ad and expect to grow their business.
Crazy.
And it's not going to happen.
No.
Money down the drain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It truly is at the heart of it.
Yep.
It's the face-to-face connection, connecting with people, them getting to know you, like you, and
trust you.
And trust you.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate it. This has been really special.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing
Sure.
a little bit of your personal life with your mom and others, but also just, the successes and all, because I know a lot of people can learn from you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Thank
really
you.
appreciate
it.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Again, thank you all for watching. And how can somebody get in touch with you if they want to?
Thanks for asking. So you can go to www.synergyhomecare.com. And then you can search for any zip code in the North Atlanta area. That would bring me up and see our site. You can also reach us on my phone at 770-777-4781.
Okay.
And again, I'm Sue McCormack. I'd love to chat on how we can help.
Yeah. And I know that if you are in the situation where you have somebody that you want to be well cared for, you can't do any better than working with Sue and her organization. So, so do that. So, well, thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Appreciate
Mike.
you coming on.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next